What is up, Zolmets? If you watched part 1 of this series, you watched me cook an indie beat from scratch. I really like how it turned out, but it was only a short loop. It only had an intro and a chorus. So in this video, I'm going to be walking through how I turned that loop into a full song with multiple verses, an intro, multiple hooks, a bridge, and an outro. And if you could like this video, that seriously helps a lot, and subscribe if you want to. No need. Hello Ableton, looking stunning as always. So here's our full song, but first of all, your boy unlocked a new camera angle. The beat that we cooked up in part 1 of this video, it had a first verse and a chorus, and it was a vibe. It was catchy, it was interesting. The chorus sounded different from the verse, but now that we have turned this loop into a full song, we've added a second verse, multiple choruses, and a bridge section. And if I were to just use the instruments and drums that I did in the loop that I made in part 1, this beat, this song would slowly start to feel really bland and repetitive. So I've added a lot more instruments to this beat, and the more instruments you have, the more interesting your song is going to sound, because it's going to allow you to have different parts of your song and have different sounds, basically. I'll be getting into all of the new instruments and elements that I added to this song, but let's just play this first verse into the chorus. The first thing that I'm going to walk through is something that once you master this, it's going to make your beats stand out from the rest, and that is to have an interesting intro. There's a lot of ways to start songs, and usually I like to start off with the first verse like we are in this song, but sometimes you can start songs off with the chorus. Like that would be a vibe, but if you're starting your song off with a verse, try not to just loop the main melody. So when we first cooked up this beat from scratch, I didn't have this kind of low sweeping EQ on my chords. So if we solo the chords, if you watch this EQ, this high cut is going to slowly be bringing in these highs, and I do this through automation. So another thing I did to this intro to make it sound more interesting, and the song in general, is I added a theme, and that theme is like playful, upbeat, summer vibes. The way I achieve that is using an ambiance kind of outside recording, and it is this playground audio, and it's really quiet. You don't want it to overcome the chords, but if I bring it up, it just brings nostalgia to the song. It gives it this happy mood. So we bring that in with the chords, and if you want to get that indie vibe, first of all, gotta have the 4 on the floor kick, and then also you gotta have the synth. So shouts out Analog Lab. Great sounding synths. I'm using the Selena with the blue string. And also, shouts out Output. I've been wanting to get Portal for so long. They recently sent it to me. I have an affiliate link if you want to check this out, but it's a really cool granular synthesis. Still trying to master it. It's really, really complicated, but I mean, so I'm just bringing in a little bit of that kind of delayed, sparkly sound to the synth, and it really adds some texture. And that synth is basically the prominent melody of this song. I feel like most songs that I make, I really want a prominent melody that kind of acts as the theme. So we got this playful vibe, and then we've got this motif of the song, which is this synth. And as you can tell, it's in this song a lot because it's the theme. You know what I'm saying? As I mentioned earlier in this video, I recorded a lot more instruments, and the reason is, you know, it makes your song sound more interesting. So the first verse, we have this electric guitar, but in the second verse, since I added more instruments, I'm able to start this verse off with an acoustic guitar. And I recorded this acoustic guitar with my phone through voice memo. You know, iPhone mics have great iPhones have great mics. I could have recorded it in my closet with my nice mic, but I'm lazy, and that's that. So we have this cool sounding acoustic guitar, and again, I'm throwing some Portal, and it's giving it that kind of cool delayed granular synth sound. And then I duplicated this acoustic group like this, and if we solo it right here, it sounds the same, but I went into the recordings and I pitched it up 12 semitones, and that is a whole octave. So, you know, if you don't have a lot of instruments to work with, you can always alter your sounds through pitching it up an octave, pitching it down an octave. So now these chords sound like this. Super cool. So that's what I did in this track. It's called Acoustic Plus 12. We have a lot more delay on that, and then a lot more reverb. Mixing that with the regular acoustic guitar just adds a lot more character. Add the synth, bass, Now we are on to the last technique that I used to make this loop sound like a full song, and that is I made all of my choruses sound different. They are all introduced differently. So the first chorus, it just comes in regularly. This first hook, it drops on the 1, so as expected. But now that the listener is expecting this chorus to drop right here, you just delay it and you make the chorus drop on the 3, and it just adds so much more anticipation, and now the vocalist can add like a cool line right in middle right here. That adds a lot of flavor to this second chorus. Now we go over to the third chorus, and I love this bridge. Again, we're using this kind of theme, intro, ambient sound effect on all of these verses to kind of bring the listener back to that theme. So, chorus 3, it drops on the 1. I could just copy this first chorus right here, copy, come over to the last chorus, delete all of that, and make it sound like the first chorus, which would sound something like this. You know, that sounds cool, but let's use another kind of delayed gratification technique where the drop is still dropping on the 1, but we remove so many elements. We basically only have 3 elements. We only have the synth, we only have this pitched up acoustic guitar, and the kick. And now there's another delayed gratification effect, but it's not the same as the second chorus. Soulmates, I hope this video helps you turn your short loops into full songs. If you want to write a song with me, it is live on my store, and if you want me to help you mix and master a song, it is there as well. Soulmates for life. Peace.